Wait for the 15-second delay.
You're live.
Oh,
No.
not yet. All right, man. Whew.
You're not on. Hey,
You say
it's
it's go
always
time,
the-
bro. I'm
always the DB thing to just interrupt me right in
Yeah.
the middle of my
Hey,
mic saying,
shit.
"Hey, welcome to the." Oh!
I'm not gonna wait till you're done.
You ever had? You ever had chocolate covered coffee beans?
No.
You like coffee? Any?
Kind
I
of.
don't. They're good. It's just worth a try at least.
Yeah, I'll try it.
The
Is that recording us? Oh shit! Hold on.
romaine lettuce leaf. Dice up your tomatoes. Just use a small amount of bacon.
All right.
No bread.
Here you go, motherfucker. What's up, everybody?
Sorry, man.
Welcome to the Blue Wall Podcast, episode number 64. 64. Can you adjust that camera right there?
I can.
A little to the left. Right? I don't know. I don't know. Move it.
I'm moving it.
You're not moving it very
Yeah,
much.
I am.
Like, get up on the top. No, not that. That's not how you adjust it. Chubbs, come on.
I'm not a tech
It's a
guy
little low.
or a producer.
It's a little low. There you go. That's good. That'll work.
Hold on, man. I'm sorry, man. Sorry.
God.
Sorry. Fucking first day. I'm sorry, man.
All right. So, episode 64. What were we talking about? We were talking about something before we came on. Or
You were
forgot?
talking about the gym and how you're gonna. What's the new setup now?
Oh, well, we just have classes for striking, grappling, and conditioning as well, like combat fit. All separate. We're starting that Monday. It's gonna be the 1st of March. Well, the 2nd of March, but the first class in March.
And you did that what? So you could maybe be more successful or be more serious about it. What would
Well,
you?
yeah, like some people come in, they can't grapple, or they have bad backs, but
Yeah.
they can do some striking stuff and all that is one reason, so that they can, and then like they're not, and then there's people that aren't as into. They're doing the cardio stuff, like the combat fit, the cardio, where you have to do a circuit and then you get to do bag work, but they're just not as into that, so they just want to come in and do some punching stuff, drills. And so it gives a class like that just for striking. But we also have a class for people that do want to come in and train like a professional fighter without taking the punishment and getting beat up and stuff like that, so that they can get in shape and do things that a fighter does and train like side by side with fighters and athletes. Come on, Chubbs, you're really?
You could hear that?
Yes.
That was loud?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that loud. I thought it was in my mouth. I didn't think you could
You
hear
have to be
it.
careful when we eat and drink and stuff on the mics.
All right.
Like this. Here's a bad example. Right? That's not
Listen,
good.
I was listening to NPR because I'm a nerd and I like NPR. And they were talking to some dude. I don't know exactly where he was from, but he had like a nose boogie or something, and it was whistling into the mic. And I'm like, am I the only one that, like, isn't there somebody producing the show that hears that nose whistle? Because it was, and he was like,
See, yeah, it sucks. I catch myself sometimes breathing.
He must have been maybe either he was a little bit overweight or something, but it was like, not just the breath. There was also a nose whistle on it. I'm like, I cannot be the only one on NPR that's hearing this, man. What's going on? Somebody get your shit together. Blow that guy's nose.
Okay, Mr. Chubb's McFilleting hairline. We have not introduced anybody. We have not. We have to get a format down of an introduction. This is our
64th, but
time.
Only third from this studio, and I really don't even count this as an episode. This is
it doesn't matter. We still know how to introduce the show.
This is a soft episode.
Again, you said that for 3 weeks.
I know, but we've been busy. The weather's horrible.
Hey,
I got shit going on.
What's soft about it? Why is it soft? Because
we haven't. Me particular, I haven't done any prep work. I haven't looked up any topics to talk about. Luckily Reese stopped by, but normally, we didn't prepare to have any guests come on, and we got the November Twins want to come down, and Keith Williams. I'm sorry, I'm not pointing at anything.
I was like, oh yeah, hey dude, they're back there, right here in the studio.
The November Twins are going to come down, and also Keith Williams is going to come down, and they're going to talk about all the stuff they're doing with Hill Jack Productions. They got I think Keith said he just finished I don't know how many episodes of that Bummed Out. And then you got Stupidity Man, the November Twins did.
Here's what we need to do then. We need to set up like a month advance, at least a couple of weeks, so we can create an event and promote that.
Exactly.
So that we can really get some people in live and give away something on the show.
I want to get an award for King Troll. I told you I wanted to do that. Yeah. I want to do that. And
we need to get like a troll trophy or something.
Or anything. Even if it's just a small, a poster in a frame or anything. Or a shirt. I really wanted to do a shirt.
Do you guys do anything for Paper City?
The music festival? Yeah, we did. Who didn't? No, we didn't have somebody on, but
you guys should give away
a ticket.
Tickets for that.
Oh yeah, we should. When is that? That's in the fall, kind of late summer, right?
Yeah. Well, he went last year.
I went.
Well, it was pretty good, right?
Yep. Yeah, it really was.
Where's it out on Cattail?
It was on Cattail this time, yeah.
And that's private land, right?
It was at what's that campsite out there on?
Is it called Camp Cattail?
Shawnee?
I believe you're
right.
No, I believe it's Camp Cattail.
Didn't get hassled by the neighbors or anything?
Well, there were people that seemed to live right there. Maybe they oversee the property.
Maybe.
And
maybe they're just 3 days, who cares? You know what I mean?
Right, but it's like a campground. There's a walking path that goes all around it. There's a pond there. And I never knew about it, but it's right behind the Juvenile Detention Center, Southern.
JDC?
Yeah. Southern Ohio Regional Juvenile Detention Center.
Well, that was probably me. Sorry.
No, I shut mine off, though. Mine would have done it if something came in. It would have been me.
Man, I'm trying to give some stuff away on the Chillicothe Buy Sell Trade.
Hey, let's give it away on the Blue Wall podcast.
I could have some of it.
What do you got?
Just a big pile of stuff. It's all kind of useful.
If that dude's giving it away, it's not happening.
No, I just want to get rid of it, man.
To you, dude, so we can hear you if you talk.
I want to get.
Scoot back.
Really,
there
if
you go.
Can do it right there.
Better.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pull it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, cutting the top of his head up. There, he needs. Yeah, it's perfect. Now you can see.
Yeah, he's got your Maya background.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous right here. I'm gelling over here.
That's all right. We'll get you something cool behind you, man.
I was on Amazon today looking at some sweet stuff. They have really cool wall decals that you just put
fat
on
heads?
the wall and you peel.
Oh, that's not a fat head.
They have fat head.
Yeah.
Fat
heads you can take down.
Well,
fat heads, they'll make anything now. That company, they'll make a picture of anything.
Well, they had some wall decals of athletes, but these are I don't know if you've seen at our house over our couch. We have there's 3 squares and it looks like a tree branch going through them. That's actually cut out and that's the wall color behind it. And then there's birds on it. That's just one of the things. But I saw these things I wanted. It was like it was like 4 bamboo stalks actually, 2 that you can
I
put
don't
like on each
remember
side of your
seeing that.
couch. But it'd be behind your couch or just behind anything on the wall. But it's like bamboo stalks that go up the wall. They'd be like black or green or something. I don't know what colors. They might have options.
I don't remember seeing that.
But they just stick right on the wall, so you don't have to hang them. Which, if you have to move, but like it's pretty sweet though. They look really nice. It's like they look painted on almost, but
Yeah.
just like part of the wall. But they're not. They're not painted. It's awesome. I like it. What do you do with Chubbs?
I had to fix that vibration, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm
that was
doing-
serious. I heard it. Through the
I'm
mic.
doing something positive.
Can you get this man
Oh,
some?
But anyway, what
Hey, can you get this man some headphones?
where are they at?
Shit.
Why? You know I'm not in charge of that. I'm the face. We went over this like 20 minutes ago. I'm the good looks and the beard.
I got this.
But anyway, that vibration is people like. I put everything in the post. First come gets it. It's free. I don't care. But you're not going to come and pick through it and leave what you don't want. That's not going to happen. You're going to come and take it all.
No, I'm picking through that shit.
No, you're not. You're going to pick through it at your house or somewhere else. But it's
I'll pick
free,
through it
man.
in your front yard.
Oh man, you know how pissed I would be. But I would know who it is because they're on Facebook. I would troll them as hard as I could. But like, oh, where are you at? High Street, Chillicothe. Google it, man. This is not. It's 2015.
Dude, you're actually our first real guest here, or kind of like actual.
That's
The one day we were all down here though. But,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
They
why we
didn't
don't
come
have
in till
headphones out.
halfway though. Then
Yeah, that one didn't really count.
That
Yeah,
didn't
but that's
count.
why we don't have headphones out. Like
Hattie
we
and
haven't
Sarah
actually
were
had
talking all
anybody-
crazy. Hattie
It was a
made.
good one though, dude.
Yeah,
That
it was a
fun.
good one. Hattie made a list, of course. I told her this is the notebook of nothing ever happens when you write it on there. So she's got this list, and she made a heart beside it.
What?
It's like
Yeah, read this
topics.
list.
What, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
What did it
topics.
say?
We gotta hear it.
Insta, website, and Facebook. She wants us to get a website and talk about Instagram.
Oh, we need an
Yeah.
Instagram with
Facebook.
Blue Wall Instagram. I haven't thought about that. I've got a Twitter for us and a Facebook. We got Facebook and Twitter, but
Shit, you have to
Yeah,
get like Vine and everything.
I don't even keep up with my own fucking Instagram.
We need to
Seriously, or
self-
Vine, or barely Twitter. Like,
You need to get the stick out so we can take a picture of this new little setup too.
what stick?
The selfie stick.
Oh,
Did you take it?
I,
think
should
you
have it
might
in my
have took
bag.
it. Yeah.
I should have it in my bag.
Man, I gotta
Nobody
stop.
believe that shit. Like, yeah, I got this shit right here.
Them cashews are delicious, man. I gotta stop, or I'm gonna eat that
no, you
whole
don't.
can.
I'll be pissed if I don't have them at work tomorrow.
Oh man,
Try it, dude.
I gotta just stop right now. But anyway, the only thing that has interested me in the world is the net neutrality
Shit. Pull
thing.
your shit up, Chubbs. Pull your shit up. You good?
Yep.
Alright.
Have you guys heard about this yet or seen about the net neutrality?
Oh.
Basically, man, I'm not, because it's a 300-page document. I don't think anyone's really read it all or understands all of it. But they're going to make it so,
Those are wrong.
I think what I hear it is they're going to regulate it like the FCC or something. And I don't like anything that the government regulates. I would rather have it be a private citizen, even if they're greedy, even if they abuse it. I'm okay with that because at some point, if they harm me in any way, I'm going to be able to take them to court and sue them. I guess you can try to do that with the government, but that's just tax money. That's just people, tax money. It's not like the government produces any money in any way. All they do is steal your money to do their programs that they want. So I'd rather be able to sue a company or something, or it's going to be a lot harder to compete now because you're going to have to be regulated and go through all these things. But everybody's like, well, it's going to be better because this way they can't, like they did with Netflix. I think, what was it, Comcast? They apparently made it where you couldn't watch Netflix if you had their internet service unless Netflix paid them money, and which they did. But if I own something and somebody wants to use my infrastructure to get somebody a product, well, yeah, they might have to pay me a little more if I own it. I don't have a problem with that, because you know what'll happen? People will stop using Comcast and they're going to use Time Warner because they can watch Netflix on Time Warner. See, people I don't understand. The market's always going to fix itself. The only time the market doesn't fix itself is when the government's involved. That is the only time that the market never fixes itself. So I am not for net neutrality. I know a lot of people say, well, it's a good thing. It had to happen anyway, or they've always been doing it anyway. But I've never seen anything become better after the government gets involved. That's just what I see in my day-to-day life. Anyway,
So, fuck the government?
I don't have a laptop.
Is that what you're saying?
No, because you do need the government for some things. You know, I want to be, if somebody is trying to hurt me or steal my stuff, I would like to be able to call the police. If, how can I say that? If some of my rights are being infringed and there are state laws that are making it that way, I think the federal government should be able to come in and say, hey, you can't do that. Just like New York. You can't own a handgun in New York. You can't have concealed carry. Hello? That's bullshit. That's when the federal government needs to come in and say, hey, you can't do that. People have this amount of rights. And, that's too bad. If you don't like it, that's too bad.
Well, how about the new ban on the AR-15 bullets?
I seen that. The green tips.
Yeah.
Just, one domino at a time, I guess. If you can't control the guns, you might as well control the ammunition. So, you start with this. The problem people are like, oh, it's just a certain kind.
So they're not letting you get, like, what is it, a 22-250 or something?
It's
5.56, right?
5.56 and a 2.23.
223.
But it's the green tip, which is more penetration or something? I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's not all of them. It's
the
just
green tip, the armor piercing.
It's something like that.
It's Teflon coated.
Is that what it is?
And it's armor pierced. It'll pierce the arm like Kevlar, I believe, because I used to get them for my SKS. They were like Wolf something 7.62 by 39s, and they were Teflon coated, and they said they were armor piercing, and they had a hollow tip. But I didn't give a shit about it being armor piercing. I just used it for target, I just shot shit. But I got them at the flea market and shit.
Oh, sweet! That's probably. Did you get a good deal on them?
Yeah, there's like $5 for like 25 or something like that, maybe. Or no, it might have been like $250 for 25 or something. Yeah, it was cheap. Whatever.
So,
Affordable.
how many times are you going to need armor-piercing bullets? Well, probably the one time when somebody's coming at you with armor. I guess it won't be too many times, but, what if there's a large civil unrest and they...
I wasn't... At the time, I was so young, and I just had the gun because it was sweet.
Yeah,
and
it
I just
cool.
like shooting the shit out of it, like... blowing
That's
shit
why
up.
people are like... I hate when people say, well, what are you ever going to need an assault rifle for or an AR for? Because they're fun to shoot, man. It's my right. I'm allowed to have one.
Yeah.
And I also point to the riots that they had in L.A. when the Korean store owners, their people are robbing them blind. So they're up on the roof with ARs and like, well, not anymore, you're not.
What about remember the time those guys robbed the bank or something with
Out in
armor,
Cali?
like all the way, like...
And they just
Full
they
body
had
armor.
they had all the armor. They were shooting
AK-47s.
They were shooting cops through cars.
Yeah, they had armor-piercing bullets,
Yeah.
and they were like, they were
That's
all...
pretty crazy.
But that is crazy. And you know what? They died. Whenever you do, like, oh, what if this happens again? Well, they'll get killed.
Yeah.
I guess. How do you spell your name, Reese?
REASE. It's all fucked up. Spelled
It is? It's all fucked up? That's your parents' fault. Is that your parents' fault, I guess?
Yeah.
Like, how's REECE most of the time? Or
Yeah, like Reese Cup.
Is it? Well, that's Reese.
Yeah, but they just. That's
Or
true.
is that how most of the people
Most
would...
of the time people spell it REESE.
Yeah.
SE. So
But I
you
did
could
get
almost be
someone's-
race, or no, it'd be RAE probably if it was.
I've never heard it as anyone's first name before. I've only heard it as last names. Reese. I
Yeah.
know quite a few people with the last name Reese.
Or Reese.
Leonard Nimoy passed away.
I don't know who that is, dude.
He played Spock on Star Trek. I'm a big nerd. I love Star Trek, and
Oh yeah.
I like Spock, man.
Played Spock.
Yeah.
He died.
Live long and prosper. He passed away. Yep.
Yeah.
I think it said 84, 86. That sucks.
Really? So like William Shatner's probably like that old? Is William Shatner still alive?
70s.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's still alive. They're blowing him up because he
I saw something today. He was on TV.
he didn't
What
go
was
to
it?
the actual funeral, but
Oh, it was
I
about
bet
that.
I bet he is going to go pay his. I mean, they're good friends. They're not good friends. So I don't understand what people's problems are.
You can't hold for someone for not going to a funeral.
Maybe
like,
he wants to
sometimes,
do. Well, there could be a private funeral, a private viewing.
but
for
it's
close
or it
friends
could
and
be
family.
like, you know, he didn't want to go because of all the other people that would be
Exactly.
there.
So he's going to go later and pay his
Or-
respects on his own time.
Yeah. Like you can't just because you don't go to the funeral doesn't mean he didn't care. Like
That's
shit.
what I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, well, shit, man. What if he had an emergency or something that was more pressing with a family member who's alive that needs his help or something? You know what I mean? That can happen. You're just a shell at that point anyway. No
Or
one
it's just
who
like
cares.
honestly, okay, like it. Like, can you really hold it against anybody? Like, I mean, it is. Is that like a society thing, like we were talking last week, that they hold you to like, or is it like because is it a religious thing of belief that you need to go and pay those last?
Well, it's not religious because almost every faith will tell you that, like I just said, that body is just it's
the
just an empty vessel. now.
Right,
There's
right.
nothing there. So I think it's just a
They're already
society
gone. It's
paying
just-
respect. People think that you to show the proper amount of respect or for something or whatever you got to go. I think it's all for show. Honestly, people do it for the cameras, unless it's like a
So do you think that
like
originally
famous people?
Do you think
anyway.
originally it started as to make money? Like, you know, someone decided like, people used to bury their own family in the backyard in the graves.
They
in
still
the
do
backyard.
down in West Virginia.
And yeah, and so like somebody was like, well, we have a place for you. We have a place for you, and you can always.
Well,
come and
some
visit.
people do need help setting
And-
those things up.
and we'll
Well,
take.
there's
we'll
there's
take care of
walls.
everything.
You have to have lead lined coffin. It has to be
Why?
buried to-
See why that's ridiculous right there.
I
now.
think it's ridiculous
And
too.
it's all about money. That's a lead line coffin. What are you talking about? Seriously?
I think if somebody wants to have their body put back in the earth, I think that's just fine. Well, but they'll say like, "Oh, animals will dig you up and eat you," but honestly, who cares?
6
at that
feet
point?
down?
Yeah, I don't think they dig that far. That's why you dig 6 feet.
Yeah, you don't need the. I guarantee you don't need the lead coffin if you dig 6 feet down. If you just bury it under the surface, the lead coffin's why you need it. If you dig 6 feet down, there's no fucking animal's gonna dig you up 6 feet
I
down.
don't think so either. I think it's a big crock. I think they like to control where people are being buried, though, because you don't just want people buried everywhere. I guess so. A designated area would be okay, but
It
then
doesn't
again,
matter.
who
They're gonna
cares?
be buried everywhere eventually, anyhow,
That's
aren't they?
true. I don't know.
If you keep it up, like
yeah,
you don't need a specific place if you want to put it on your own property. I mean,
Where
maybe-
are they gonna eat though? Your bones?
well,
Well,
your
they eat,
your
like
flesh
when
and
you're
stuff,
just
when
buried.
you're just buried. That's when they would get you. But after all the maggots have all that, I mean, yeah, there wouldn't be.
it's just bones. They're not gonna be digging up bones
Yeah,
like an animal wouldn't. But they're not gonna dig 6 feet down either. I don't even know if they can smell 6 feet down. They may smell. I don't
think
know.
they can because
I really
that's
don't
why
know.
that's what that number is. I believe is.
It has to be. So
That's
you
the number where
definitely
they
don't need a
think
lead
animals are
coffin.
gonna be
What's lead? What's lead for?
to keep the smell. Apparently,
Is lead for smell? Why you can't put like plastic?
I don't know, man.
Plastic doesn't, and it's
See,
a lot lighter.
If this wasn't a soft episode, we might have looked into some of these.
You know
facts.
what?
I don't have a computer, so I can't look anything up.
If they didn't
Use your phone.
use lead, the
I
coffin,
mean,
if they
takes
use
forever.
plastic, which we all know plastic conceals smell too, if they use that, the coffin would be so light, it wouldn't seem like it's worth $8,000 or
That's
whatever
true.
they charge, and then you'd be like, "What?
What's this, man?
I can just lift this by myself without anybody in it." This,
I'll get.
what
That's
is
true.
this,
It'd be really cheap.
$8,000?
I bet they
Yeah.
use a lot of plastic in them anyway, but then they add that lead.
Man, I think I'll ask for my family to cremate me.
I've got a whole different plan.
Like, I've
Everybody,
I've got a life
10
insurance
times on
policy
here.
that'll cover my funeral and all that, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, if you're cremated, you'll be back into the earth quicker, and back in the circle of
Yeah,
life.
but all your nutrients will be burned out of you. You won't have the. I mean,
You're
ash
not-
does
it's-
hold.
Oh yeah, you'll be
sometimes-
carbon.
Yeah.
You'll be carbon then, but yeah, your nitrogen will already.
Have
be
you seen
burned
the
up.
thing where they make diamonds out of you? Like you get cremated and then they put you in this big machine that presses you down and makes a diamond.
Really?
Yeah, it's not like a really nice diamond that you wear on your ring. It's like tiny little diamonds, but they're still
You couldn't
diamonds.
put it in your into a ring, like a round.
You could
like
do
a
something with
little,
it, I'm sure. I think they superheat it and then they smash it.
and it busts into diamonds.
And it makes tiny little diamonds.
Dude, are you gonna do that? How much? Is
No,
that
man.
cost?
You know what I
no?
want to do, man. Come on, you know what I want to do.
Outer space.
No.
I've thought about getting frozen,
Dude, yeah.
so they'll be able to. They'll maybe be able to figure out how to bring it back one day.
Yeah, but the problem with that is when you freeze the body. I'm about to fucking dream slay you right now.
do
You
it
and your
because
dream.
I'm gonna slay myself anyhow. Go ahead.
Whenever you freeze, like your cells, the ice fragments actually slice it all up, so it's no good. That's why you can't be frozen and come back. to
How do
life.
they freeze like
frogs
your
and they come back? I don't know.
organs?
You don't really freeze them. You just keep them really cold, I think,
Okay.
until you put them back in. And you only have a small window to do that.
I wouldn't get frozen for the hope that they would be able to bring me back, because I would be happy that I'm not in this trap anymore and I'll be free. Like, I'm not gonna come back. Like, I'm gone once.
Yeah,
that
but what if
happens,
it's
once
awesome?
that body's there, I'm gone. I am not coming back.
Guys, it's awesome now, though.
What's awesome?
Like, what if the Earth is awesome by then?
Oh, the Earth got awesome.
Yeah. And we'll probably be exploring.
Well,
and
maybe I
you won't
wanna
even have
be-
you could get in a spaceship and just fly out in the universe.
You know, I might want to try.
Yeah.
I might want to try life as like a fucking tiger or
Are
something.
you talking about reincarnation?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you know this. You
I
don't get
don't-
to pick what you want to be.
Well, how do you know? Because like once you die, you.
How do
said
you know?
it's
Because
just-
who wants to be a cockroach?
There, that's where you
Yeah.
need to be talking, dude.
I'm
Seriously.
sorry. Yeah. How about that? Is that better?
Yeah. You got to keep it. You got to keep it close.
Well, then, if you get to die and come back, then no one's going to pick the shit animals
How do you know being a cockroach sucks?
because you have like what 2-week life expectancy.
Sweet. Then you get to go try something else in 2 weeks. You don't got to wait around.
If that.
Yeah, dude.
Seriously. Yeah. What? Yeah. You get to experience the life and the view of a cockroach. 2 weeks? Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
What's the smallest thing? Does it
A
have
fly?
to be okay? Does it have to be something like that? Could it be
Life.
something? Could
All
it,
life is one.
okay, bacteria. Could you be bacteria?
Yes.
Could you be plant life?
Yes.
Could you be a virus?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Well, what's a virus? What do you mean a virus? I don't know.
what do you mean a virus?
I would say like some kind of bacteria. I would. Okay, so anything with consciousness, like a dog. Does a dog have consciousness, right?
I don't know.
Or what is it? We have consciousness.
Of course, because we perceive our own
yes,
death.
you're conscious because it has a memory. It can remember things. It has to have a consciousness.
I don't know.
I would say
that I'm
even-
going to have to do some study.
I would say even plant life, though. Seriously, I would say plant life as well. You live the life
Oh,
of
really?
a tree.
That would suck.
You'd be
What,
around
be a tree?
forever if you were one of those big trees,
It could suck, but
300-year-old tree.
We've talked about it. Like we agree. I think that plant life has intelligence.
No, we don't agree
Oh,
on this.
Don't agree. Okay.
They don't have intelligence. They have an instinct. They grow towards the light. They grow
Okay.
better where water's at.
when danger comes near, how do they know to set up a defense?
What are you talking about?
Some plants set off a smell Some plants set off a smell to attract prey. Some plants set off a smell to deter. Some plants have like
that's
spikes.
Called, that's called listen. That's called evolution. So 1 billion years ago, a plant grew and it had cancer in the plant, a form of cancer, a genetic defect, and it was producing this odor. So these insects were attracted to it, and it spread the pollen from that. So that grew somewhere else. You see, that's called.
You saw that show?
Evolution is mistakes.
You saw about that plant? It smelled like a dead animal, and it brought those insects in there, and it trapped them. And it trapped them,
covered them in pollen, and let them go.
It trapped them for 2 days. Instead of eating them, it could eat them and like absorb their nitrogen, but it let them.
You know why it lets them go? Because it senses like
Dude, how? That's conscious.
DNA, man, genetics.
Gosh, that's pretty.
Evolution.
I saw this thing that was talking about the memory maybe in the cells, not in the brain.
Yeah, the DNA cells.
Exactly. So like that means there's some kind of consciousness in that. Like there's a memory in the cells. Like they're saying like your fingers. If you're a guitarist, like the memory of doing
that's just muscle memory.
I know, but they're saying like that it's actually maybe in your cells, not in your brain.
Listen, you have
is muscle memory, yeah.
You have these things in your body called ganglions, and you have a bunch of them in your spine. So what muscle memory is? So
your muscles remember. You just said it.
Yes.
The cells, they're remembering.
But I would prick my finger, and it would go to my spine, then go to my brain, and my brain would say, "Ow, that hurts." Actually, that doesn't even happen because when you prick your finger, it doesn't even go to your brain. It goes to your spine, and that pain causes you. It's just a reflex. It causes you to move. So when you've done something so many times, it doesn't have to go all the way to your brain. I think it just goes through them ganglions.
So that means
it's still a cluster of nerve
that
cells.
Means it's not in your brain then.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same.
No, if it doesn't, definitely. That's probably the study they did.
Listen, it's the same type of cells though that are in your brain. The same type of.
Because you're figuring shit out.
No, man, we're just talking shit. If somebody's on there, hopefully they'll be like, "You guys are fucking retarded."
Nobody's on there, I don't think.
Man, I hope Case tunes in. I want to talk to him because he knows. He knows those guys. Yeah,
it's just you then. So. It's if it's not in your brain, dude, it makes sense. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm too stupid to know either or. I'm too stupid to know if it's in your brain.
Listen, the body's complicated. We probably haven't even figured out a tenth of what's in there. So, yeah, do we know everything about it? No, but you need your brain to think and remember things and live. That's why you can't live without your brain.
I think I just saw something that was talking about that as well.
What, living without your brain?
Would you need your brain to live or I'm pretty sure it was your brain. I was like, wow, like you were saying, does your heart beat off your spine if it doesn't need your brain?
No, your heart has cardiac fibers, muscle fibers, which is different. It's just like your stomach. Your stomach is hormonal. It's reaction. You have something called your vagus nerve, which goes to your heart. But if you sever the vagus nerve, your heart still beats. You know what I mean? You don't need an impulse from the brain for your heart to work. That's just, these cells are born and they know they're going to beat always.
So where does the oxygen from your lungs come from? Or for your blood comes from your lungs. Yeah. Which doesn't come from your brain. Now, to breathe in, do you need your brain?
No, you have an automatic.
Exactly. You don't need your brain to live.
Yeah, what are you going to be? You would not be able to talk or communicate.
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what it was saying. Really, I don't remember the whole thing. But
a better question would be.
That would be brain dead, right?
If your body died and they downloaded all your memories to a new body, would that still be you? Would it be like going to sleep and waking up and would it still be you? Or do you think you died and this is scary for you?
Man, I think...
Huh? Is that weird? That's trippy, right? The reason I ask because that's how they think they might be able to teleport people someday. Instantaneous teleportation.
So like, well, here's what's weird. If you're, I know that like through DNA and like through your ancestors and like things are passed on, like memory and like bad experiences and like that's why they say a lot of people are scared of snakes naturally. Like you have a fear of snakes because
I would disagree with that. I'd say we are taught a fear of snakes
man,
by
like
our
they were
parents.
no, they've done tests on babies and some like and they just
Well,